You know how it is. One tiny mistake on a travel day can completely ruin your whole trip. But when that mistake involves your essential medication, well, the stakes get a whole lot higher. But here's the good news. It's almost entirely preventable. You just have to know the real rules for flying with your prescriptions.
So are you planning on flying with any kind of medication sometime soon? If you are, you're gonna want to listen up, because the rules and the common mistakes might not be what you think they are.
The reality is, just one little misstep could lead to huge delays, or you're out hundreds of dollars in prescriptions, or way worse, you're suddenly without something you absolutely need. So today, we're gonna break down all the secrets to make sure that never happens to you.
Look, a stress-free trip through the airport starts way before you even leave the house. Preparation is everything, and our first couple of secrets are all about getting your ducks in a row before you even think about packing. All right, this one is a huge one that most people never even think about. You could be carrying something that's totally legal here, but is actually a banned illegal substance where you're headed. And the consequences? They can be really serious. I mean, take a look at this. A simple over-the-counter decongestant like Sudafed could literally get you arrested in Japan. An Adderall prescription is a huge no-no in Singapore. The bottom line is you absolutely have to check the rules. So here's the pro move. Always check the embassy websites for your destination country and for any country where you might have a layover.
Okay, so how do you prove that your medications are legit and you actually need them? Well, you get what I call the magic letter. Now, it's not technically required by law, but trust me, this piece of paper is like a VIP pass that gets you through any security questions without a problem.
But any old doctor's note just won't cut it. Your letter needs these very specific things. It's got to be on official letterhead, your name has to match your ID, it needs to list out the meds and why you take them, and for controlled substances, it needs your doctor's DEA number. But here it is, the real secret sauce is that last phrase, medically necessary for air travel. That is the exact phrase security agents are trained to look for.
Now here is a secret weapon that almost nobody knows about. TSA Cares. It's this amazing, totally free service from the TSA. You can actually arrange for a specialist to meet you at security and personally guide you through the whole screening process. It's like having your own personal advocate. Just make sure you contact them at least 72 hours before your flight.
Okay, your prep work is done. Now it's time to actually pack. And as we're about to see, where and how you pack your medication is a much bigger deal than you probably think.
This is a big one. Never, ever put your essential medication in the bag that goes in the overhead bin. Why? Well, think about it. How many times have you heard, this is a full flight, we'll need to start gate checking carry-ons? If your bag gets checked, you've just been separated from medicine you might need on the flight. The pro move is simple. Always keep it in your personal item, the backpack or purse that stays right under the seat in front of you.
All right, let's bust a really common myth. A lot of people think all your meds have to be in the original pharmacy bottles. The reality? For most standard pills, a pill organizer is totally fine. TSA recommends original bottles, but it's not a hard rule. The big exception, though, is for controlled substances, things like Adderall or certain painkillers. For those, original bottles are absolutely non-negotiable. Here's a quick tip. Before you transfer anything to an organizer, just snap a quick photo of the original prescription label on your phone. It's instant proof if anyone asks.
Flights get delayed, bags get lost. It happens. That's why you need a backup plan. Always pack at least a week's worth of extra medication. But don't just throw it all in one bag. Split it up. Keep your main supply in your personal item. Put a smaller backup supply in your overhead carry-on. And if you're checking a bag, maybe even throw a few extra doses in there. That way, no single lost bag can leave you in a bad spot.
And what if you need to keep medication like insulin cool? It's actually really simple. Just use gel packs. The one and only rule you have to follow is that they must be frozen completely solid when you go through security. If they're even a little bit slushy or melted, they're treated like regular liquids.
All right, you've done the prep, you've packed like a pro. Now it's time for the main event, the security line itself. This is where a few very specific actions can make all the difference between smooth sailing and a major headache.
This is so simple, but it will save you so much time. Don't mix your medications and medical supplies in with your regular toiletries. Put them in their own, separate, clear bag. This immediately signals to the TSA agents that what's inside is medically necessary and is exempt from the normal rules. It just speeds everything up.
Okay, so you know that 3.4-ounce liquid rule? Well, for things like insulin, prescription syrups, or even contact lens solution, that rule just doesn't apply.
but you have to follow this exact process. Keep them in that separate medical bag, pull the bag out, put it in its own bin, and this is the most important part, you have to tell the agent about it.
And you need to use the right language. As you're placing that bag in the bin, you just look at the agent and you say these exact words. I have medically necessary liquids for separate screening. That phrase is the key. You're not asking for permission, you're informing them. It's the official language that fast-tracks the whole process.
Now, if you have an insulin pump, a pacemaker, or any other kind of wearable medical device, the key here is timing. Do not wait for the alarm to go off. The second you get to the front of the line, you tell the agent you're wearing a device. This lets them use an alternate screening method and prevents all the alarms and confusion before they even start.
Let's talk about a tricky one, cannabis products. The rule here is crystal clear, so listen up. It doesn't matter if it's legal in your state or if you have a prescription. Air travel is under federal law, and federally, any product with more than 0.3% THC is prohibited on a flight. Period. No exceptions.
We're in the home stretch now, so let's tie this all together with the last few secrets. These are less about specific rules and more about your strategy and your mindset on travel day.
This might be the single most important secret we've talked about. Whatever time you normally get to the airport, just add 30 minutes. That extra half hour is your dedicated buffer, your insurance policy against stress, specifically for getting through the medical screening process without a rush.
And see, that extra time gives you this huge psychological advantage. When you're not frazzled and rushing, you can declare your items calmly, you can answer questions clearly. Just remember this, a calm traveler is a fast traveler.
So if you forget everything else we talked about today, please just remember these 3 things. Number 1, your essential meds always go in your personal item. Number 2, use your voice. You have to verbally declare all medical liquids and devices. And number 3, if you're flying abroad, research that country's medication rules before you even buy the ticket.
You know, following these tips can really turn what's usually a super stressful part of travel into just another simple step. But everybody's situation is a little different. So I'll leave you with this question. What's your biggest challenge, or maybe your best tip, when it comes to flying with medication? Share it, because your story could really help another traveler out. Safe travels.